And we are here, Midland Street News. Myself, Nino, going to give a quick update as to everything that's been going on. It's been pretty wild and crazy. The local news ain't going to cover it, and we're going to keep saying that. It's the truth. What's going on, Stan, the man with the plan? Go ahead.
This is our plan is to give the citizens of Midland a voice. As he said, we finally had one news organization that actually was interested in what was going on, and that was Univision. The lady was an excellent reporter. She come to us and she asked questions, and I realized, we don't pay these news agencies around here money. We don't make money off of this. Our goal was to give the people a voice, and there's people contacting us daily with different things that are going on. And if it's something that, if we can expose something, we're going to expose it. Because number one is the people have to have a voice. And with everything that's going on around here, we just got finished with that bond. And as a group, I think we did good. And with everything that you've seen is, you got the stats I saw on that, there was 313 bonds in the state of Texas. $41.3 billion. And I believe only 3 bonds failed, and that was the Midland College bond, the Midland Utility District bond, and the Midland Odessa College bond. But anyway,
it was historic situation there.
Those bonds were in the top 10. But if you look at the state of Texas is they're in the black. But our municipalities are being led into the negative numbers by our ISDs. And it talks about, $650 million for a football stadium that may be used for a little bit of track and maybe 13 football games a season. But it's $650 million to sit there basically underutilized and empty. And it's just like our stadium here. I haven't seen it full since it's been built.
And real quick, Stan, I want to get into all that, but I want to touch on what you said about the Univision. So we went there, it went viral, and no other news covered it. I saw a news reporter, they're going to interview a chef or something, and it's kind of like what you said, the people need a voice. We just went and covered the situation at the zoo, how people are getting screwed behind living around that area. But the point is, if they inform us daily or message us daily about issues, you would think the news gets hit up every day with issues from the citizens, but they're not going to run on them stories. They'll run on the stories that they want, but they're not going to go against big oil or these people that give them money for commercials, because that's their people. And that it's kind of like, certain radio show hosts that are beholden to these companies that get ads from colleges and whatever companies. They're not going to hold them to a certain, they're not going to hold them accountable for anything. So I do salute the woman, what's her name again?
Marlene
Cheveria, right? She saw that it was a story, and my wife just showed me right now. They did air it a couple of times, different nights, but that was great reporting. She saw that was an issue, that was a very good story. She saw it was newsworthy. She was there alone. She recorded and filmed it, interviewed you and the legend Terry Garrett, and she got it going, and it looks actually like some pretty good journalism on her part. But like I said, she saw that it was a good story, but how come CBS 7, News West 9, Big 2, or anyone else, how come they didn't cover it? We know why they didn't cover it. But salute Univision, they did a great piece on it, y'all. We've shared it on our pages, and again, like I said, we are just independent journalists that are fed up citizens that got a little bit of equipment here and there, and we take our phones and we go expose things. So this last issue real quick, we'll touch on that. We went to the hearing. It started with Midland College, and now we want to see the books on the city of Midland, because in my opinion, they are spending way too much damn money. And someone just made a comment. I'm going to post it. They said they seen that dump truck that I showed the councilman there. They said they read that 1,700-page document with the $9.6 million that they passed for the budget like it's nothing. They said they read it. They didn't read it, because I said, did you see this piece of equipment? $900,000 dump truck was flipped over and got over $250,000 repair. Somebody made a comment saying they seen that dump truck running around like a racetrack over there at the landfill. So we got some incompetent city workers, especially with them stealing our signs. But your thoughts real quick on the whole situation with us going to voice our concern at the city council meeting. Go ahead.
When we talk about the sign, I realize it's a $4 sign, and everybody says, I mean, I see online, y'all need to drop that. It's trivial, but it's not. I mean, when you look at that lady had her voice stolen from her. That was a First Amendment right that she had to put that sign in her yard. The city of Midland removed that. It also messes with her civil rights. So all you people that think it's a trivial deal, you need to think about it, because they slowly start stealing your voice and you don't got no voice, and that's where we are right now. The only way you get a voice in the media in this area right here is as long as you're funding their operation, they're not going to bite you. And that's the whole scenario. I mean, I listen to some of the radio stations and all. They move with the direction that the money's coming in from. Yeah, they call in public opinion. Well, when you call in public opinion, if you don't agree with them, they hang up on you. So I sit here and look at it. I mean, to me, I ought to be able to have a voice. Anybody that goes down to the city council, there's a mic there for 3 minutes. You got a voice there. If you don't utilize it, you don't have no voice. And I can tell you right now, 3 minutes don't cut it. So when you go down there, you better have at least 10 people with you so you can get 30 minutes of their time, because they got to listen to you. They don't have to agree with you. Nobody has to agree with you. But the bottom line is your voice is being heard. And that's what our country's all about. Is America should be free. The press should be free. And when people they're not paying me to say anything. This is the way I feel about it. I feel like everybody, I don't care what side of town you live on, you got a voice. And if somebody tries to suppress it, that's not good. That's not the America that I live in.
Man, you sound like Dan Corrales. Wait till I dropped that video. That guy was basically on our side from what I heard him telling the council. He voted against them. I want to talk about that in a minute, the 6-0 voting, that they just do whatever. But you're right. People want to critique us and say what we should go say at the city council meetings. It's like someone just said. They're armchair quarterbacks. Why don't you go out there and go to a council meeting and go say something instead of telling me or saying that we shouldn't go up there and speak about the signs or whatever? It's free speech. We can go up there and talk about whatever we want to talk about at any meeting if there's an open mic. They said it. That mic belongs to the people. We pay for that mic. So I agree with you completely. And for people to say that, what we can or can't talk about, screw that. It's not the American way. And also, when that lawyer, it's the lawyer for the city of Midland and for the MDC, they might not think it's a conflict of interest. I think it is. He admitted it, but he also tried to shut me up, telling me this wasn't a back and forth or whatever. But it's like my wife said, if it's not a back and forth, then why are you talking? Just shut up then. But no, he kept talking here and there, and he wanted me to talk about something else. And I said, no, I'm going to say what I want while I'm up here. And if I want to question y'all about y'all passing $9.6 million on the budget like it's nothing, like it's, whatever, I'm going to say what I want to say. So you're right, Stan. We should say what we want to say, especially at these council meetings, because that is our tax dollars. They represent the citizens of Midland. I don't think they're representing us well, putting us in financial ruin, in debt, wasteful spending, and whatnot. But I do agree. You got to go out there, y'all, and go voice your concern and your opinion, and we will post you. We will share it, and we will help you get your message across to many people. Now, Stan, big issue I saw. Some guy went up there and was kissing their rear end, talking about, oh, it's so nice to see y'all 6-0, y'all agree. And shout out Judd Campbell. He went up there and said, that's not a good thing to pat yourself on the back. I said something similar. I want to see some checks and balances. I want to see them up there voting no, yes, or at least, questioning these measures are passing. I saw Dan Corrales. He voted, him and somebody else, against the hotel that they use our money for. We're going to post a video, but he's one of the lone voices that voted against that, right? It was like, 5-2? But that's what I'm saying. I want somebody like Dan Corrales to be up there saying, hey, hold on, pump the brakes. We don't all got to pass this crazy spending. We need to benefit the taxpayer that's paying for this stuff. So what do you think about that? 6-0 voting, 7-0. Someone said it's like a 95%. This is what they do. It's like 95% of the time, they're always voting together on some kind of measure. You would think there'd be some kind of blowback. Go ahead.
Right. Yep. I said $9 million, and there wasn't. It was all general consensus, and hopefully they read their agenda, and that's something that people need to be aware of. Pay attention to when the city council is going to be meet. Take your group up there, have your say. Sometimes they'll have all their business and save the public comment till the end, which I don't know that that's necessarily beneficial. But there's two things that's fixing to happen next week that everybody needs to be aware of. Is Midland College is going to have their board meeting Tuesday, May the 20th at 4 o'clock.
Oh yeah, 4. I'm sorry. They're at 4.
They're at 4 o'clock, and then at 5:30 on the same day, MISD's having their board meeting, and they all have open mics where the public can discuss or ask questions. So, and you can also watch them online. And the thing is, right now, is the city of Midland. We're trying to encourage people, pay attention to what they're doing. Let's hold them accountable. Go to those meetings. Make your phone calls. And I know not you. A lot of them want to talk to you one-on-one, and I don't think that's the best scenario. I think you need to go to public comment, because number one is when you go to the public comment section, it don't even have to be on their agenda. You just tell them what you want to talk about. And the reason you want to do that is because you want that recorded and on record. If you talk to them individually, that's just you and them. But if you go and you put it in front of the public forum, then you're putting it's documented, it's recorded, and you can go back and look at it, and they can look at it. And anybody that you have any kind of dealings with, if you want to go back, it's recorded, it's a record that you had that complaint. So there's a lot of people that are opposition to this and opposition to that go up there and do that. The night that they had all the teachers, when they was talking about the third future schools, there were 60 teachers. So therefore the board had to sit there and listen to 180 minutes of people complaining. Okay? So that's why I say, you can go do your 3 minutes, but it's better off if you have a group of 10, so at least you get 30 minutes. Because you can't solve nothing, or you can't get your point across all the time in 3 minutes, but that point can be driven home with 10 people pretty easy.
I got a question. We got some naysayers that they don't like the delivery. I'm gonna be honest. You want to go up there and complain, yell, whatever, do it. It's called free speech, and as long as they ain't arresting you, you can go say what you want to say. But some people stand that the way we do it is rude, or the way some people are doing it, they don't like the way Terry Garrett was speaking. That's a lie, because TikTok loves them. It's over almost 120,000 views of the legendary driller Terry Garrett going up there and giving a good rear end chewing to the city council. What are your thoughts on people that sit there and say they don't be rude, or they don't like our approach, or certain people's approach that are a little bit more aggressive or abrasive due to us, the way we live? We're in the oil field. We deal with a bunch of men. We're some hardcore oil field truckers and drillers. What are your thoughts on when they don't like certain people's deliveries and how they speak to people?
I look at that kind of like preachers. All preachers have different modes of delivery, and to each his own. I mean, if you're emotional, it's going to show. If you're not emotional, you're going to, your delivery and then how prepared you are. But bottom line is if it comes from your heart and it's the way you feel, I don't care how you deliver it, because that's you. I'm not going to tell you how to talk to somebody or how not. Respect is one thing, but like I said, I don't have no problem with respecting somebody. I'm not going to cuss them. I'm not going to, I disagree with them, but I can tell you right now, if I go up there and there's sometimes that the subject matter is enough that it's got you fired up on the inside, and you may come across stronger than what you anticipated, because the emotion does that. And we're not like these guys, these politicians that sit up there and they talk all day long. We're not the politicians that you have, we're not on TV trying to be a polished individual. We're just West Texas oil field hands. And whatever comes out, because number one is in the oil field, once you cross that cattle guard, the rest of that stuff stops. And you can talk to any oil field hand out here. When you cross that cattle guard and you get out there to go to work, all that stuff, you can throw it out the window. So anyway, I think we have a battle line here. We want our city to work for us and with us. We're tired of this. And I want to say it again. I'm tired of these people that want to win and y'all lose. There's nothing wrong, and there's no way this city would work a whole lot better if you had win-win situations. Which here lately, everything we faced has been we win, y'all lose, and we don't like to lose, so we're going to give you a rebuttal.
Okay, so anything else anything else you want to update the citizens? Is we're doing this quick video, probably hopefully do it once a week. But it's Midland Street News, me and really, to be honest, y'all, it's not about ego or even pushing our platforms, y'all. We're just guys that came together with a bunch of other concerned citizens, and we're pissed off. I'm gonna be honest, we're fed up, because let's be really honest. I don't know about you, Stan, but I don't think the city of Midland, our representatives, respect us. So you want me to respect them when they're spending my money like nothing and they're backing up these Midland cars? I don't care what anybody says. I think they all were in cahoots together, and this is just my opinion. I'm gonna say it for myself. All of them were in cahoots to pass this huge bond, because if you look at the video I dropped, there's another video online, I reacted to it. These bonds are basically just big old scams. People that get rich are, consultants, lobbyists. Hardly any money goes to the buildings or to the teachers, not really at all, or the actual schools or the college campuses. It goes to other people that have their hands in the pot. And if you follow Stan, he had a certain company downtown that they're going to get a certain percentage off of each bond. They got one off. They got what, 40 million off the other bond?
Approximately 40 million off the MISD bond.
And that's the point, y'all. These are like, I want to say somehow they're funneling money. I don't know what to call it. I just know something is not right when they want to pass these bonds, and you have the city of Midland employees first day of early voting taking our signs. There is no coincidences. Go ahead.
Yep, I agree with that. Like I said, the thing I read is you got these hedge funds, you got these businesses that are architectural firms. They put all their money back into these bonds because they're going to gain from it. Us as citizens, and I want to drive this point home, is we put our money to stop it. We didn't gain nothing out of it. All we did was we helped the city save some money. We helped the population save some money. Everybody in this town saved on rent, cost of goods, property taxes, because it failed. We did not gain not one thing.
And that's for 40 years.
Yeah, we was in it to stop it. We had nothing to gain other than stopping it. We had no money that's going to follow us the next 30 years coming in. Like the bond would have been a good investment for the people that invested in it, because they stood to gain something from it. And as far as us as individuals, or even the community in general, we really didn't stand to gain anything from it, even though they touted that we would. And I think another good thing is, I think we kind of combine forces as far as the city goes. I think the South Side gets more engaged, and I think the people that's on in this town, I always said, all the elections are won north of Andrews Highway. We're going to change that. That's one of our goals. Is we're going to combine we're going to be united. We're not going to be divided.
Totally agree. With that, y'all, we just want to give a quick update. Stan, you said it. Couldn't say any better. But I'll get the floor to you. Final words. Tell the people. Go ahead.
Voice your opinion. Attend those city council meetings. Attend the MDC meetings. I mean, they're not always convenient, but you can go to the Midland College board meetings. You can go to the MISD board meetings, and if you don't hold them accountable, nobody else will. I mean, you got to get in all these little individual groups. They're kind of effective, but I think if we unite as one big group and hold them to accountability, then everybody will benefit.
And I will even say, hopefully this will inspire people to do this in other cities, not just Midland. Let them take Midland as an example of citizens that got fed up, and we post our clips. And a lot of people don't understand, this is the age of social media. We do something, we post it, and we hope that it inspires someone else to go take a stand. What we did I'm not gonna say it didn't cost no money, because some of us do have businesses, and we did schedule our time around these meetings, even though the mayor walked out on us, right? We had a business to attend to, but we did go to these meetings. I'm just saying, it's not very hard, maybe for the mayor to stay for a meeting, but it's not very hard for citizens to get involved locally, and it don't cost much to go speak for 3 to 4 or 5 minutes, whatever they let you, whenever you go to these meetings. At the end of the day, like he said, if we don't hold these people accountable with our money, they're going to do whatever they want with our money, and it's our money. It's simple and plain. And with that, y'all, I'm out here. Follow Stan on Midland Street News. Follow me on all my platforms. And with that, y'all, we're out. God bless.
Good night. Good day. Have fun.
Midland Street News. 1 2 3 1 2 3. Give a mic check.
Midland Street News, 1212, 1234, Midland Street News.